Does include our good friends up in Ames, and there's a big deal happening Friday.
Well, we want to remind everybody, yes, we know the Iowa State Fair is happening, but so many other great things are happening as well. If you're in town from not around central Iowa, come and enjoy other great things that are going on, including one just north of us.
Yeah, Cindy Hicks is here, the executive director of the Main Street Cultural District, and there's something going on up in Ames, which is for those people from out of town. It's less than a half an hour away.
Skip and jump.
And you got a big deal going on Friday, Foodies and Brew. Tell us about Foodies and Brew.
Well, if you like good food, and who doesn't?
Yeah.
And you like good beer, and who doesn't?
Hello.
You need to come to Ames on Friday. You hear a lot about pairing food with wine, right? Everybody knows about that. But you can also pair food with beer. And Iowa has some of the best locally brewed beer there is to offer. And so we are showcasing some of the best food in Ames on Friday, along with our locally brewed beer. So it's Friday evening from 6:30 till 11:30. But the food and beer tasting portion is 6:30 to 8:30. So we have 7 local chefs who will be cooking up food, and 8 Iowa breweries, including 3 from Ames.
I was going to say, do you know how many local brewers you have in the Ames area?
Well, we have Old Main Brewery, which is on Main Street. That's the oldest one in Ames. Very good stuff.
Place.
We have Torrent and Alluvial, who are both new brewers in Ames. And then not far away, the Boone Valley Brewing Company will also be there with their beer. We have Exile Brewery, West O Brewery, Kelowna, and Sutliff. And Sutliff is providing a non-alcoholic choice, a cider.
Oh, really? That's good.
Yeah, so a little something for everybody. Along with that, along with the good food and the beer, will be live music. One of the local bands that is a favorite over in Ames, Burnin' Sensations.
Oh, those guys are awesome.
Yeah, they are awesome.
We know those guys.
Great combination of food, drink, music, entertainment, all happening up in Ames, and we want to get a sample of what's going on. I think we can do that over in the Wood Harbor Kitchen. Jason, how did you pick the lucky straw this morning?
Well, the producer told me to come over here, so I just do what I'm told, just like at home. John Rundle and Ann Squires are here from Old Main Brewery. A lot of folks out there are familiar with this. They're part of the resurgence, kind of the renaissance of brewing in Iowa, and it seems like a rising tide has kind of lifted all boats.
It's a great time to be in the industry, especially in this state. There's some tremendous beers coming out of the state, and we're just lucky to be part of that.
I think I read that we finally recovered from the dumbest thing we ever did, Prohibition, to the point where we now have more breweries in the United States than we did pre-Prohibition.
That's correct, and more every day. Really, more every day all over the country and in Iowa.
Now, you're part of this festival that the folks at the desk were just discussing, and you've brought the chamber loaded with 8 different kinds of beer here.
Well, we know how everybody likes a morning beer, so we thought, you know.
You're preaching to the choir right here. But tell us a bit about what you guys do and what sets you apart from other breweries up there.
Well, as far as Ames goes, we were the first craft brewery and brew pub there. We've been around the longest, for better or worse. But in Ames, we were just really, really well received. It was a great atmosphere for us, and you know, we're coming up on what, 12 years, 11 years.
11.
And it's just been great. So a full restaurant, 2 full bars, a full selection of our handcrafted beers. The kitchen guys are magicians. They do wonderful things with our products, as well as some of their own creations. So we're doing well.
And I think Iowans are developing kind of a more sophisticated palate for beer with all the microbrews that are available now. But what we may not know much about it is pairing beer with food, and maybe you could give us a little lesson on that.
Sure. We always tell people, you know, try everything, but drink what you like. And that includes, you know, pairing beer with dishes. A good glass of beer is as complex as a good glass of wine. And we always like to joke, we put bubbles in ours. The wine guys don't do that. So we brought some selections today. We can just sort of go around the sample tray and tell you a little bit about each one.
Well, if I must, let's start with the lighter color. We have kind of a cloudy, light colored beer. I assume it's a wheat beer?
This is our seasonal right now. It is our lemon time. It's a shandy style. We like to say that when you're done mowing the lawn and it's 1,000,000 degrees and 90% humidity, as it often is here in the state, there's nothing better than something like that. Now that's really, really user-friendly. You could put that with a burger or a hot dog off the grill. just a nice hot day, almost a ballpark beer.
And those shandies are becoming very popular. What's next?
The next one here is our domestic style offering. It's called the Griffin Brow.
Okay.
This is an American style Pilsner, and it is what everyone has come to expect from an American style Pilsner. It's
So kind of accessible for...
Yeah, very crisp, very clean. Again, bratwurst off the grill, this is going to be perfect in your backyard. Absolutely.
Or making the bratwurst.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or preparing or buying the bratwurst, or you know.
Whatever you
Yeah,
need.
anytime you'd like to have a beer with regard to bratwurst, please choose that one.
All right, we're going to turn up the dark here as we move forward.
Right.
This is our Sodbuster Stout. It's very rich. It's very roasty.
Oh,
it's a big beer. That one pair with robust foods, smoky foods, even big barbecued foods. That one will hold up well to those flavors.
Bold beer, bold food.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And we keep moving forward. This is the hardest part of the show for me so far. You've got an orange slice in here.
This is your wheat. This is our best seller. It's the Dinky Wheat. You're going to get citrus, obviously, chamomile, coriander. There is a top secret fourth ingredient that they will fire me for telling you, so sorry.
That's really good.
But this one is obviously very light. This is going to go well with a nice light seafood or a nice light salad. The citrus will really complement those flavors.
And we move on. This one has kind of a reddish color to it.
Now this one is our non-alcoholic offering. This is the Red Monkey Root Beer.
Okay.
A favorite for the kiddos.
That is
Absolutely.
great.
That one looks like no other root beer you've ever seen. It is bright red. The recipe was written by a guy who didn't like root beer, so he built himself one that he did like.
Oh, that's really good. What else from Old Main? We have 3 left here as my difficult task continues this morning.
This is the Clone Pale Ale. Hawkeye fans, it's not named after the Cyclones, I promise. Please, please, please enjoy it.
Well, you're in Ames. I mean, you know.
But a pale ale, a lot of people hear about IPAs, India Pale Ales.
Right.
Very, very hops forward.
And there's almost a weapons war going on now.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
see who can make the hoppiest
Right,
beer.
right. And that's great. A lot of people really, really like those styles. Those styles stand up to spicy foods, curry foods. You'll get some citrus in the nose, and those sort of complement those real aggressive dishes.
2 more. Hang on, Lou and Jackie. Just hang on over there, you know. All right. This porter?
This is a Scottish ale. This will be, again, very, very malt forward,
I like that.
not very hoppy. This one's perfect for barbecue.
I think that's
absolutely
my favorite one so far.
perfect
Personal
for
favorite as well.
barbecue.
Yeah, I'd love that. And finally,
This is the Long Face Amber Ale. This is the one I get non-craft beer drinkers to drink first. It's a
can see
very,
why.
very accessible amber, and this is a good all-around beer. Whether it's a burger or a steak or a hot dog, this one, it's not overbearing, but there is enough flavor there, enough caramel, enough hops to be a little interesting.
all right, thank you guys so much for bringing all this up. So nice to meet you both. Where can folks find you, both in Ames and on the web?
Well, if you come to Ames, we're at 316 Main Street. Look for the big green awnings. You can't miss us. Open all night.
Right.
It comes 2 o'clock in the morning, so come see us there. Also, oldmainbrewing.com. That's OLDE. Why is there an E? I have no idea.
Well, it makes it sound old.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, and part of the festivities, of course, coming up. Lou and Jackie, you guys will have to sneak over here during the commercial break and give these great beers a try.
All right, we need to find out how people can go. A bunch of restaurants too. Cindy, why don't you just run through the restaurants real quick and then tell everybody how they can get cheaper tickets than if they wait till Friday.
Okay, well, Old Main, of course, will be one of the restaurants with their beer. Aunt Maud's, which is also a Main Street restaurant. The Cafe, Wallabies, Dublin Bay, Whiskey River,
Right.
and then Chef Kevin and those guys.
Oh, those guys.
Those guys. Well, and they were the People's Choice winner last year, so they're defending their title.
All right.
If you buy your tickets in advance, they are $30, and along with that, you also are guaranteed one of the souvenir glasses and the express lane for getting in the event, so you won't have to wait in line as long. You can buy those tickets by going to amesdowntown.org.
Wonderful. And was it Munn Lumber with the
Lemonade one?
Yes, Munn Lumber sponsored the glasses. So on one side they will say Foodies and Brew, which is awesome, and then on the other side they'll say Munn Lumber.
Perfect. So again, you look for something to do on Friday. Here's
5
an
o'clock
option
somewhere.
for you. Exactly. Wonderful. Well, thank you for coming in and letting us know about this.
Oh, that's
Well,
good.
thank you
So cool.
for inviting me. This is nice.
There's other things to do besides the Iowa State Fair. Enjoy other great things happening in Central